Alright, welcome everyone, this is Mega, and welcome to another visual novel stream. And in today's stream, we're gonna be doing we're gonna be encoding some live composite. And I actually wanted to do some of this live composite last time, but because of YouTube's algorithm, I got taken down midstream, so I had to stop what I was doing. But we're gonna hopefully we'll see if we can get through the stream without that happening again. And we're as I said, we're gonna do some live composite this time. I've already prepared the images that we need to do for this stream. So unlike in the previous stream, we're not going to be going through the whole process of me unknowingly make this cutting out all the background to just preparing all the images. I already have all the images prepared, so it's just coding it that we need to do, and it's not that bad of a code that we need to do. So I'll do so this is the general setup for live composite. You basically first name your image, and then you do equals live composite. Then you set the size of the sprite. I always set it to 1280 by 720, because you generally want it to be the full size of the screen, because it just makes it easier to work with. If your base image is set to the full size of the screen, and you can just position it in code wherever you want the sprite to be. And so then we start off with a base which is completely centered, which the base has no eyes or any parts that are going to be moving. You simply put that in another layer and just have your base without it, and then underneath it, whatever's underneath it is placed on top, and it's basically placed in the correct position. And then you have a animation that you animate via ATL, which is, I have my ATL down here. I have it set up so that it does a choice. So for of how when to do the animation. So I give Renphy a random choice to either do the animation every 3.5 seconds, or every 4.5 seconds, or every 5.5 seconds. It randomly chooses one of those choices. Oops, and then it does the animation. For the actual animation, I have just the open eyes, and that's open for 0.05 seconds. That's shown for 0.05 seconds. Then I show the half eyes, which it shows that for 0.8 seconds. Then I do the closed eyes, and that shows for 0.18 seconds. And then it just does the same thing, but in reverse. The half eyes is 0.01 seconds, and then the open eyes is shown for a full second, and then it repeats the animation, and then it chooses when it does repeat, it chooses a new second, a new choice, and then just does the animation. Okay, so let me take a look at what the image we have to make is. I believe it's my little sister character for the MC. Let me actually go to the script. And yeah, I did the little sister right there. And so yeah, the next one is the one of the little sister scripts. And so I did the first one, and so now I need to do her left one. So for the left one, what I basically did is that I used the same base. So let me show it to you. I used the same base, but I cut off her head, and then I used a new head, and I'm basically just replacing the eyes and replacing the head with this new live composite. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. So let's see, right here. We're gonna do image little sis left, because that's what I'm calling it, equals live composite parentheses. We're gonna do a tab, and then we're gonna do another parentheses, 1280 space 720. Then we're gonna do a comma, very important. Then we're gonna do another parentheses, 0, comma, space 0, and parentheses, comma. And then we're gonna tell it which image to use. So I have my image saved in images / sprites / little sis. Oops. Little sis / and I'm using the same base. So little sis neutral body base. .ping. And so for the head, I'm using a different head from the previous one. In the previous one, I used just the normal head, but in this one, I'm using the left head. So comma / images / sprite / little sis / and the name of the image is little sis left head base .ping. Okay. Oh, and I forgot. Always put a comma at the end. That's a common mistake I make. It's basically like doing forgetting your semicolon in like C or Java. Okay, and the next one we need is that we need her eyes. So images / sprites / little sis / and we're gonna do the we have a different set of eyes we're using this time. So little sis left open eyes .ping and comma. And then the last one we're gonna do 0, 0. And this one we actually don't need to define an image because we're going to use an animation. Little sis left blink. And we're going to create that animation now. And then we're going to close the parentheses. So now we're going to go down here and create the animation. And it's going to be basically the same thing that we defined up here, but just a little bit different. So image, little sis. Actually, let me scroll up and just copy and paste this, because it's going to be the same thing. That way I don't make any mistakes. There we go. And then we're going to need to do colon, and we're going to do choice 3.5 backspace choice 4.5 choice 5.5, and then we're gonna do the image that we're gonna use. So it's going to be the open eyes that we used before. So images slash sprites slash little sys slash little sys left open eyes. Left open eyes dot ping. Okay? And we're going to do that for 0.5 seconds. Then we're going to do the half eyes. Images slash sprites slash little sys slash little sys left half eyes. Half eyes. Dot ping. And we're going to do that for 0.08 seconds. And then we're going to do the closed eyes. Images slash sprites slash little sys slash little sys left closed eyes. Closed eyes. Dot ping. Okay, and we're going to do that for 0.018 seconds. And then we're just going to do the same thing but in reverse. So copy and paste this. And we're going to do that for 0.01 seconds. And then we're going to do the open eyes. Copy. And we're going to do that for 1 second. And then we're going to repeat. Okay? And that's our animation. All right. And now we go back to script. And all we got to do is that we don't even need to define the image, because it's already defined using live composite. All right, and so let me go down. And what's great about live composite is that we don't need to hide the sprite we're currently using. We could just do show little sys left. Is that correctly defined? Let me just copy and paste this just in case. Yep, it was right. At screen center underscore center with dissolve. And so what this is going to do is that, since it's going to remember that we're using the same images, but we're only gonna change it to, but we're only gonna set it so that it's we're gonna set it so it's gonna make it so that only the head changes. All right, and so now let's go ahead and test it out. Okay, and so let's just skip over to where the image is shown. And this is the one I made the other day. And you can see she blinks. And you can see that only the head changed. And that works perfectly fine for us. And that's exactly what I wanted. Alright, and so now let's go ahead and work on the second one that we need to do. And that's all we need to do for this stream. Because I was gonna do some Discord Python bot work, but I actually forgot. I actually forgot that I actually unintentionally did that off stream. So we'll have to save it for next time, unfortunately, because I screwed up. Okay, and so now let me see. So it goes right here. So I'm gonna just put like a note right here. So next sprite goes here. Okay. All right, and so now let's do the same thing, and I'll just save it, even though there's nothing new to change. Okay, and so now let's do the next one. And I'm gonna call this one Father Front. Oh wait, let me see. Oh, I'll call him. I'll just stick to the same naming convention, because that's it's always good to have the same naming convention. Let me just answer this message really quick. Okay. And now it's the same thing as before, 1280 by 720. All right, images. Images slash sprites slash, this one's MC Dad. MC that, and let me see what the image I'm gonna use is. It's a new image. It's MC dead front base. This alright, and let me see the dot ping, comma 0, comma 0. And we're gonna do, all we need to do for this one is just eyes. Images. Sprites. MC. Dad. And it's the eyes we're using is MC Dad front eyes open dot ping. And then we're gonna do an animation. So 0, comma, space 0. MC Dad front blink. Image MC Dad front blink colon choice colon 3.5 choice colon 4.5 choice colon 5.5 and then images slash sprites slash MC Dad slash MC Dad front eyes open dot ping. .05 images slash sprites slash MC Dad slash MC Dad front eyes half open dot ping. And doing that for 0.08 and then slash images slash sprites slash MC Dad slash MC Dad front eyes closed. dot ping. And we're doing that for 0.018 seconds. And then we're going to do right. And we're going to do that for 0.01 seconds. And then we're going to do the open eyes. For 1 second. And then repeat. Okay, and that should do it. So now go back to here, and we're gonna use the new live composite. But first, in this case, we actually have to hide the old one. So hide little, no wait, we're gonna hide it at a different place. I'm gonna hide it here. There we go. Hide little sis left with dissolve. And then we're gonna show this one. Show MC that front at screen center with dissolve. Let's delete this note. Okay, and that should do it. So now, since we're at the end of the stream, I'm gonna go through the entire game of what I have and actually like talk it out. But before we get to the part where we need to test, because has been only a half an hour stream, so I'm just trying to like delay a little time, just so it's not such a short stream. And here's my logo. It was pretty chilly out that day. Winds whirling around like whistles, blowing the frost across the rooftops and carrying them across the pavement. And that background image I actually modeled myself in Blender. This one I also modeled myself, but it wasn't in Blender. It was in a website called Room Styler, which I find it's very useful for creating interior 3D images, which is what 3D renders, which is what I need, because I'm not good at making. Well, I am good at making interior scenes, but there's no way I'm this good that I can make something this good in such a short amount of time, in the amount of time that I was able to do with Room Styler. It was fairly dusk, despite only being early in the evening. As a result, you can probably still witness the delicious steak sight of the juicy grilled steak the family of four currently feasts on. I was in that family of four, of course, and I had just finished eating my meal. But the fragrance that emitted from the food, it was so great that even after having my fill, it still made me hungry enough to desire more. Mommy, can I have more? I pled for seconds. And I messed up a little bit on this sprite. I feel like it, and she looks a little too robot-y, so I messed up on that sprite. But You, it's the best I can do since I'm not an artist. V-Roy does a pretty good job of creating sprites for me. That's all you're getting. You should have thought twice before eating so quickly. Damn, I was shot down. While sitting still on the table, looking around, I took in the silence around me. I mean, it obviously wasn't silent. And this is some more live composite I did. I animated it via ATL. And I'm using live composite. I made their eyes blink. I could clearly tell the woman, my mother, and her man were conversing, but I had little to no care about what they were saying in the first place. I muted their presence from my head. The room was practically silent to me. The hunger was still getting to me, though. And even if I was full, I didn't care. I looked around the table until something just so happened to catch my eye. It was the little girl sitting right next to me with her plate still full of barely eaten steak, almost noticing that she was a very slow eater. What a picky eater, I simply thought to myself. Oh, how vulnerable she really is. A great sense of joy shot up through my body. Just thinking about the delicious steak that would find itself home in my belly. I waited for the right moment, the perfect moment. The very moment she would look away was the moment I was going to strike. Soon enough, she did look away. Just at that moment, my arm reached out, reaching to quickly grab a delicious piece of that juicy, tender steak. And that's some H shake or something. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, it's very easy to do. It just makes the Renfrey. It just tells Renfrey to shake the screen. Slap. But just as my hand reached for the for the plate, the woman slapped my hand away from it. No, my plan it was foiled. But on second thoughts, I realized how my plan was doomed from the start. The little girl, that little witch, my little sister, would have probably started crying, throwing the most obnoxious temper tantrum had I actually succeeded. In that moment, all seemed lost. That I would go to bed still hungry for some more of that juicy, tender steak. And it was then that the wait, let's wait. Yeah, okay, so everything works, cause he's blinking. But it was then that the man gave me the remaining half of his own steak, despite his one woman's wishes. Okay, and it's at this point that this is everything that I have for sprites. So I'm just gonna fast forward through everything else. Okay, and that's gonna pretty much do it for this stream. I apologize for not having more to show, but I accidentally did the part that I was going to do off stream for my bot earlier today without realizing it. So next time we'll probably go into some bot stuff as well. But yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot. I can't believe I forgot to do this. I keep forgetting that if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, to receive, to keep up to date with the streams. And if you want to support this project, the support link, the donation link is in the description, and you can donate to the stream, which helps this project as well. All funds for this that I make actually go to this project, actually, because right now I'm not concerned about making money for myself. Well, what I'm more concerned about is getting funding for this game. So any money I make on YouTube goes directly to the game. So if you decide to donate, you're helping out the project. So thank you again for joining me for this stream, and if you decide to donate, thank you for donating. So yeah, this has been Mega, and I